Hi, I'm Margaret Lewin and welcome to Margaret Lewin Quilting. Today I want to share with you how I went about packing for my recent trip to Kentucky and what out of the organizers that we've recently made did I actually take with me. Because it's fun to make all this stuff, but I really wanted you guys to see what I truly used and give you some ideas of what I want to use the next time or things that I'm now going to be searching for. So the first thing that I did take and I did use, let me set these things aside. These are still packed. I haven't unpacked these yet, but I want to get the duffel bag in here. I did take my duffel bag and I used it. This is the one that has the carrying strap so you can put it over your luggage. I didn't take any telescoping luggage or anything like that. We traveled by car, so we just used regular soft-sided luggage that we have. So this is my bag that I did take. Did I use any of the pockets? I ended up not using the pockets. And probably the reason why I didn't use them, I think mostly, is because what I did was I put everything in bags inside of this duffel bag. If I was going on a plane, I probably would have, but again, we were traveling by car, so I tended to not use these pockets. Do I think they're still useful and that I should use them the next time? Yes. In here, I still have to put my zipper pulls on. I haven't gotten that done yet, but that's okay. I will eventually get to it. Inside this bag, what I packed inside this bag, because you can see it's huge inside. It's got a lot of space and it has a hard bottom, which I really did like. Inside of this bag went both mine and my husband's toiletry bags. I have big ones. I'll put a link to what I can find that's similar below. But I had two of those in there, and then I actually had my bed pillow, because I have to take my bed pillow wherever I go. So I took my pillow with me and that rode in this bag. It was really durable. Our bathroom bags are pretty hefty. They have everything in it for both of us. So consequently, it was full. And I think it will be really nice when I go to travel for the first time with it on a plane. So I did end up using both straps because I wanted to see how they felt and how I used them. They both were great. Didn't have any problems with either one of them. Here's the second one, and this one's got a nice padded handle on it. So if you'd like to see how I made this, I'll put a link to it below, but this is a pattern by Annie. And the fabric is called Dear Mom. It's by Moda. I'm not certain if it's available anymore. I know I completely sold out of it. So that was the, actually this was the last piece of luggage that I did pack. And that's how I used that one. I'm going to set that aside because now I want to start showing you some of the other stuff. Whenever we go anyplace, I use Eagle Creek's packing cubes. They keep everything where I need it to be, and it's very easy to say to my husband, it's in such and such a bag, and he can find it without any issues. I put all of our shirts in one of these, and I'll open it up so you can see it. It comes with this nice little folding piece, and it tells you exactly how to fold what it is that you're folding in there. So we were able to pack everything that we needed for a full 5 days as far as shirts go, both my husband's and myself, and that was it. I didn't put any pants in here because we didn't need dress pants. We were just going to see our daughter and we didn't have anything out planned. So this is a packet system, and it's a Eagle Creek one. And like I said, I'll put a link to it below because I did buy this on Amazon. And it was a kit. So all of these pieces I think came together. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. So it's real easy to pack it back up. And I actually pack these things inside. So these are the next things I'm going to show you. This is the littlest one. It is about, I'd say 9 inches by 6 inches. This one's great. I put my socks, my little pads or my ankle socks in here in my undies. Works out perfect. This one is a little bit bigger, as in length mostly. This one's about 11 inches long and I would say 8 inches wide. This one perfectly fit all of my husband's socks and underwear for the full trip. So that was perfect for that. This is the last one that I took with me. And this one is, let's see, I would say again, maybe 11.5 to 12 inches by about 15 inches. This held all of my pajamas, all of my t-shirts, all that kind of stuff, and it worked out perfectly for me. So again, those were the pieces that I took with us. And what I do is I actually put them together like this. And when I store them, I just put these inside of here, fold them up together. Then what I do is I store this in my suitcase itself. So once I pull out my suitcase, I have everything that I need to pack, and it works out really great. Love it. So that's the Eagle Creek system that I use when I'm traveling. And again, it's got a nice carrying handle on it. I've never used it because, like I said, I just store it in my suitcase, and then when I take it out, I use it, pack it up, and off we go again. So that's that piece. Now, for the pieces that I did not use the littlest of the open wide bag. I usually do, because what I usually put in there are the things like my scissors or threads, that kind of stuff. I ended up not using it this time only because I kept my threads and my sewing notions in the project I was working on. So this one I did not use this time. The other one that I did not use was the jewelry roll, only because I really didn't take any jewelry with me. We were going to spend time with the kids, and I just didn't use it. In the past, I've used this to hold my wonder clips, to hold my hemming threads, that kind of stuff. I just didn't use it this time. So that actually stayed right at home. So I'm gonna close this one up. This one I did not take. The rest of these pieces I did take with me, and I actually have not unpacked them yet, so you'll see exactly what it was that I put in them. This one is holding all of my embroidery stuff. We've talked about it before. I love to do handwork, and I actually did not get to do any on this trip, which was a little disappointing, but those things happen. These are just circles that I have embellished with different stitches and different types of threads. So like this one right here is a real satiny thread. I'll pull one out. Oh, here it is right here. So this is this is a rayon thread, and it's called Razzle, and it is 100% rayon, and it's great because if you take a look at it, isn't that pretty the way it shows up? And it does kind of shimmer a little bit. So I've got a bunch of different stitches on here. I was just playing around one day, embellished them all up, and if I open it up, you can see in here, this is where my specialty hand needles are. So I've got a Chanel 18, some straw needles, a Gold Eye Milliner's needle, that's a number 3, a number 1, another Gold Eye Milliner's needle. This is a number 15. And then on this side, I have some more, a short darner and a long darner needle. And like I said, this just goes with me. Everything stays in here really nice, and I can just open it up and grab what I need out of here. And then these are the current embellishment threads that I'm working with. These are some other threads for a project that I wanted to work on but didn't get to, and I can't share it with you. So I'm sorry. I would love to, but I can't. So there's the threads that I was currently using, and they all just sat in there. I wished I'd gotten an opportunity to work on it, but I spent too much time hemming. So here we go with that. I am going to keep this stuff in here. This one's not coming out because I do want to get back to that project. So it works out perfect in that bag, and I'm just going to leave it there. This is the other bag I took, and this one is quite full. This one has got a bunch of books in it. So I'm going to pull out what's in here. I'm going to make sure, oh, okay. We went out to dinner the first night that we went there. These are mine and AJ's crayons, which I guess I really don't need to put in there anymore. These are the books that I took with me. The first one is this A to Z of wool embroidery. I have a number of these A to Z books. I love these books. They have really nice step-by-step instructions on how to do things. So far, these I have found are probably one of the best on the market, and I just really like them. This entire one is working with different wools, and aren't these gorgeous? Look at this basket with the roses. Just absolutely gorgeous pieces. And again, the instructions on how to do them are really nice instructions. They tell you everything that they use to make it, and again, the step-by-step. So this is one of the books. This is actually my brand new one. I just got this one, took it along with me so that I could look at it while we were driving. I did get through it. Number of stitches in there that I'd like to do. This is one I've had for years. This is the Crewel embroidery one, and again, made by the same company. They have a black work one. They have a regular embroidery one. They have a number of different ones, and just really nice step-by-step instructions on exactly how to do the stitches. Just a simple cross stitch, beautiful, beautiful fishbone stitches to make leaves, your fly stitches, a fly stitch that is done to make a leaf. Nice one to do that with. And again, just really gorgeous instructions and very, very easy to follow. So these are an awful lot of fun to make the spider web whipped. So those are those books. This next one, this is what I got at Paducah at the show, and again, this one came as part of your admission when you go in. It's the show book, so it tells you exactly, let me see who's there, who sponsored it, and then here is your guide to where everybody is in the building. We didn't get through a lot of it. We just honestly didn't have a ton of time. I could have spent hours there going through. The only place we did get was into the main display area, and I did get a chance to go see Jack the Seam Ripper, which really meant a lot to me. I wanted to be able to finally meet him and Shirley, so I did get to go do that. But that's what this is. I saw this quilt, I think it was, or maybe it was a different one, but some of the quilts are pictured in here. This one I did see, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous quilt. Then there was an entire section that the quilts were all made out of blue jeans, and I did not get to see those, and I would have really liked to. I did see this one, and it is absolutely gorgeous in person. The photograph does nothing for it. It just was really pretty. So, and of course, we all know how much I love my dogs, so consequently, it was even prettier. It made me homesick for my dogs. This is a magazine that I picked up. I'm not a big magazine person. I think they're fantastic. My two sisters love them. I'm just not a big magazine person. I'd rather look at a book than in a magazine. But I did get this because I really wanted to see what they offered. There's a whole series of these. There's Simply Vintage, there's Simply Modern, and then there's another one. But there are three of them. Let me see if I can find the name of the third one, because I know it's in here. Simply Vintage, Simply Modern, and Quilt Mania. So there's three of them that go with it. The Quilt Mania I have seen, and the Simply Modern, and I liked both of those. I'd never seen Simply Vintage, so I wanted to check this one out, so I bought it. There are 21 projects in here, So that's a lot of projects in a magazine. I believe it retails in the US for $17.99. In Canada, it's $21.99. In Australia, it's $24.99. And it is printed in the United States. Nice pictures, nice patterns. That's what I really liked. Some different wools. One of the things that drew me to picking up this magazine was this article, which I did not get a chance to read, but I would like to. I look at this wool work. Isn't that gorgeous? There are a couple other pictures. Look at these pieces. They are just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And so I wanted to read this article, and hopefully I'll get to it pretty soon. So I wanted to share that with you. Then the last thing I want to share with you is, again, these were all in this bag, which I have to tell you, it was very comfortable in there. I could just grab it and go. It was no problem. These two pieces, let me clean this up so that I can show you the rest of it. These two pieces held some handwork that I took with me. I didn't get a chance to work on it, but I did take it. We'll start in this first. This is the just in case bag, and I did this up as a kit. It had this big piece and then a smaller one. My daughter actually took the smaller one, but this is the one that I kept. In this side, I had some of my embellishment threads. I had grabbed these at the last minute because I thought just maybe I would get a chance to work on, and I'll show you this piece. This piece. And what this is going to be is a small bag to carry my current wool projects in. And it's just denim, and it's got a strap of wool across the bottom, a couple more pieces of denim. And then what I'm just doing is slowly embellishing it with different stitches and different threads. And you can see that there is definitely different dimensions depending upon the thread. And how you get that, I'm going to show you what's in this bag. This bag next. How you get them is based on, I'll pull this out so you can see it too, based on the different threads that you're using. And I'll just grab these different threads that I've got tucked in here so you can see them. These are all threads that I have acquired over the years. The green-ended ones are Pearl Cotton 8. Now, we're used to seeing Pearl Cotton in the balls. Pearl Cotton also does come on spools, but these are all Pearl Cottons. These are the green. And these are the different colors that I'm using in this project. Let's split these up. These are size 3, so they are substantially thicker than the green. The purple is size 5. I have the most of the size 8, but I love the 5 and the 3, only because it's so heavy. It's nice and it's thick, and it brings about nice big stitches, which I really like. Let's see if I can show you. Do I have any of this in this piece yet? No, I do not. I thought I might have had some. But let me see if I can see these beautiful stitches. I'll try to bring it up close so that you can really see it. It just makes the nicest stitches. And I really enjoy working with it. Aren't they pretty? Now, this piece, what this is just my needle keeper. And it's got my different size milliner's needles, my Chanel needles, my straw needles. And then when you flip it over, it's also got my darners. And depending upon the weight of thread and the stitch that you're doing will depend upon the needle that you use. That's why you have so many different ones. And again, just a little scrap piece of wool with some straight pins in it. Sometimes I will use more than one pin to do a stitch because it helps me hold it all together. So I'll just tuck that in there. So back to the threads. These are the 8s, these are the 3s, and here's the 5s. And then I have this one, which can you see how shiny it is? This thread is called Razzle, and it is slippery to work with, but it's not really, really difficult to work with. But it gives the nicest shine to your work, and I wanted you to see that. Isn't that pretty? Just gives a really nice new dimension to things. This is all just practice stitches. This is the drizzle stitch, which is a lot of fun to make. So I wanted to show you those things. So again, here are, these are the white or clear are the Razzle. So I wanted to show you those different ones. So those are the things that I actually did take with me. I think you saw on my posts on Facebook the pieces that I did manage to complete. Those were mostly my all aboard train cases. I got those actually bound, so those are ready to use for my next trip, which I'm not certain when that's going to be or what it's going to be, but I'm getting those all ready to go. And I think I'm going to like those because they have a nice deep feature to them. So that's what I did use. I'm not going to put this back in here only because it doesn't need to go there. It's going to go inside with my other handwork, and this piece will stay out here in the studio so that I can still continue to show it. So those are the things that I took with me and what I used and what I found useful. I really did like this bag to hold those bigger books in and the magazine. Kept them all together. I knew that they were all in the exact same place, so I wasn't searching through my bags for them. So I think they all worked out really great. I think the one item that I really was happy that I had done and could use was the duffel bag, because that came in really handy to put all of the bathroom needs in one spot, and I didn't have to worry about where anything was. So that is it for today. I just wanted to share with you the things that I did take, and I will see you again really soon. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bye.